As a resident of Miami-Dade County, it is your right to know the names and likenesses of sex offenders living in your area. As a public service, we have created this videotape so that you and your friends and family can stay aware, stay safe, and maybe even have a little fun. Enjoy.
State of Florida has asked us to disclose our sexual crimes to you. We were bad, but now we're good. We're moving into your neighborhood. You know we're trying our best to be functioning members of society. We're not here to start no trouble. We're legally required to do the sex offender shuffle.
I'm Larry Arthauer, and I'll refrain from touching my neighbor's kids again. What I did was not too kind, but I'm a nice guy, you'll come to find. I've got a backyard and a real nice pool. Y'all should come over for a barbecue. We can make some cold drinks in my blender, but do keep in mind that I'm a sex offender.
Vernon Douglas is my name. My battery arrest is what brought me fame. But there's much more to know about me. I love to dance and I love to ski. I zip and zoom on through the snow. Just strap on my boots and watch me go. But I can't ski until December. Till then I'm just a sex offender.
I'm Charles Dolan, dropping rhymes. I've been arrested 7 times. I know that sounds like a lot. 3 of those times were for vandalism. Feel real bad, I got caught. Might do it again, probably not. I'm not here to make pretenses. I'm here because of my sex offenses.
Welcome to the second half of what was meant to be a one-shot for D-list heroes. No need to introduce our cast of characters. If you've seen the first one, you know everybody who's going to be in the second one.
And if you haven't seen the first one, what are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly. Stop fucking cheating. So, last we left our heroes, they were sneaking into a mega corporation, ResCorp, one of their primary office buildings in the city. I believe somebody vibrated through a wall and smashed someone's face against the keyboard so hard that they exploded internally.
No, I shoved my hands through a dude through a keyboard.
Right, that happened. There was a wind-up doll of 2 dogs fucking that drew a couple of officers away from the front gate. And then Captain Curry shot out some security cameras, which he didn't know that didn't matter, but yeah, security room went down first thing because Tripwire murdered the fuck out of a security guard and blew up the entire room.
Pew pew, motherfucker. Pew pew.
He took it out Who Flung Poo style.
So, yeah. What are you guys doing next? What's the next step for you guys now? You guys are a little split up, but no.
Yeah, we are split up. And who was it inside here? A name for recollection that we're trying to go. Luscious Lucius or whatever had a business card on him. And who was it? Was it a name that was on the card, or was it just the ResCorp? Or... Can anybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Wait, I think we're waiting for Ghost to say.
Ghost has gotten kicked.
Oh.
The ghost already died.
He really is a ghost.
Yep.
Time to pause.
Oh shit.
Aim a hot keyword.
I can open this window back up and figure out how this works. I might need it later.
I like farts. Just in case you didn't.
I'm not stopping my recording, so it's all being recorded.
Oh, I was about to say. Ah, shucks. You got me. Damn you, Captain Curry.
Alright, I've missed quite a bit.
Oh, that'll be a Easter egg for you. Just remember in the first part to look for the Easter egg when you got kicked.
So, how's everybody regrouping? Or are we regrouping?
All right, let's put our semi-serious precious stones.
So we're supposed to look for someone, correct, in this building?
Yeah, I was trying to figure out if there was a name on the res core. That was what I couldn't remember.
Yes, so you've got that card. That is.
And we beat up Luscious Lucius and
Mr. James.
I guess I'll just like step through this wall and all walls after that until I am regrouped with the other two.
You're going to bring the building down.
Well,
No,
if you're stepping through walls and destroying them, it's not going to be hard. But it will be
No,
loud.
I'm not destroying the walls. I'm just stepping.
Alright.
yeah, I didn't think the two went hand in hand. I thought he just had the option.
Yeah. Also, a building of this size would be very difficult to bring down. I'd have to like step back and forth
You know,
between
personal
the one
experience.
wall like 4 times.
So
Alright.
if there's security outside, I definitely would have to make her with a click to the shadows and have to make our way to a spot that doesn't look patrolled as much. Be really cool if they had one of those like rosters on the front when you walked in and it says so and so this direction, so and so that floor.
Did the
Oh, it's no big, it's
It's
no big
not-
secret where his office is.
Oh, okay.
He's one of those kind of guys.
Yeah, he's super evil head corporation dude. He's on the top floor.
So you guys are sneaking around and you see Tripwire walk through some walls in front of you.
Hey Trip, did you find anything?
Found some stuff, broke some stuff. Also a dude. Broke a dude.
Was he broke when you found him, or you broke him?
Nah, he's broke now though.
What was he? Was he a corporate suit?
Well, he was probably just an employee, security guard. He's nothing now.
Security, where is he? Take me to him quickly.
He's dead.
I don't care if he was or not. Take me to him quickly.
And I'm just gonna step back through this wall.
Oh god. I'll instinctively try to follow and pull him.
And then I'll step back and be like, oh yeah, you can't do that. And then I'll try to find the actual way to get there.
See if he has any keys or ID badge.
If you're trying to find the actual way to go there, then roll me an intelligence.
Oh yeah, get on the headset if he's going through the walls and be like, trace your steps back to the man, see if he has any keys or an ID badge. We might be able to use the express elevator to avoid unwanted detection.
Alright, then you just stand there and I would say be you, but be somebody else instead.
Turn to Curry. Oh, no, damn it, I forgot what I was going to say now.
So, yeah, he says that to you, and then what do you say?
I'll just turn to Curry like I was going to speak, and then
You
forgot
turn
what I
to
was
Kirby and
going
you
to
go,
say.
damn, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Open my mouth like I'm going to vomit, like a cat hacking up a hairball, and just go, and then stop.
So are you searching this guy for what motherfucker's asking you to look for, Tripwire?
Yeah, I'm gonna search his legs, which is what's left.
Yeah,
Come on, squishy dead body.
roll int target of 9.
Okay.
No. Thinking about it, the key card might have been on his chest, and you just completely destroyed it.
Whoops. There's a lot of stuff that happened in this room that looking back on it, probably shouldn't have done. I'm gonna change my name to Captain Hindsight.
A man who sees with the power of 2020
In the past.
Oi,
Alright.
there's only one captain in this group. And he slurps curry.
Alright, I'll be Dr. Hindsight.
Dr. Hindquarter. Go ahead. Okay, so you don't find any key card on this guy.
So where
I
is...
go back and I go, nope.
Where is Curry and where are we situated in the building at this point?
You guys are in one of the hallways that deviates from the main lobby. You're not far from the elevator.
Okay, so Curry will say, "Why don't we try the elevator?" And he's gonna go to the elevator and hit the button.
I don't know if it'll take us all the way to the top, but yeah, it's definitely a start. We open it, try to find any cameras, and fling your curry on them.
Oh, well, I'm not even sure if the cameras still work. I might have destroyed the computer.
Place like this, I'm sure they have backup security somewhere.
Hearing something of that high of intelligence come out of your mouth, I don't really ever expect it. But that's a good thinking.
Ghost, you there?
Throwing shade. You guys are taking the elevators up?
Let's do this.
Oh wait.
Bing!
Curry says, "Do I see in the long corridor anything that says emergency exit?" Oh shit! Did we lose him? Oh no, that's dead. Okay.
We lost him.
Ghost, you there?
Get the defibrillator.
Oh shit.
Frider's got him. I'm glad everybody's recording.
What is that you liked, Ian? I didn't catch it the last time.
Oh, shut up. Yeah, to make matters worse, we're definitely going to use your, because you remember when I told you I had notes, 5 sentences written out. Those were I just had those
all
up
on your computer.
Yeah, I just had them up, visible for everybody to read. I wasn't even thinking, so.
You're like,
So
"Whoops."
yeah.
I mean, you could have opened a worse window.
Yeah, the site I got them from.
Who was it? Your uncle?
Uncle Sal.
Uncle Sal's novelty shop or something?
Okay, I'll pause my recording, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely some great Easter egg material there. Some outtakes. Ghost. If you really did that, you got me good, Cypher.
No, yes, it was recorded.
Can't wait to watch this one back. Get to around the 5-minute mark.
Gonna get me a t-shirt made now. Just start wearing it. Be like the old I like Ike. The old I like Ike buttons he used to wear in the war. It's not baby water, but it's a jug of water.
Baby water.
I still don't know where that inside joke comes from.
No, when we had Hurricane Irma come up, everybody was telling you to stock up on batteries and water and stuff like that. And when I procrastinated and got tired of everybody, my mom especially, everybody yelling, "You sure you got to?" Says, "Fuck, I'll go pick up some water or whatever." It was all sold out. Then I got smart and I went to the infant section. And it's the same amount of money, but it's the distilled triple filtered minor vitamin enhanced stuff that they give for babies and for their bottles and stuff. That's why it's got a little picture of a baby on it. It says infant water. I was like, I got me some baby water. And I had like a dozen jugs of this shit. So every time we were talking or gaming, I'd be like, I'm drinking my baby water.
Where did chocolate baby water come from?
Right.
Oh, hi,
Our
guys.
game-
We're just talking about baby water.
Of course. So
And the bunker game that we had, my guy was he was a white guy that was trying to be cool like the hipsters, and in case Cypher's recording still.
I'm still recording.
hey, go ahead and everybody pause your recordings if you're recording, because
I
I'm
paused
trying to
mine.
do a fix cause I'm trying to do a permanent fix. I'm just going to uninstall my drivers for my internet adapter and reinstall them because this needs to stop. It's happening way too much.
So you want me to stop the
So-
recording?
Yeah, we'll pause it
Pause
for
it,
now. I'll be
okay.
right back.
Okay.
On this.
2, 1. Okay, we're on.
Second, random apps are popping up. What's going on? Bad thing.
You're gonna see Pennywise in a minute.
Yeah, I don't like. Alright. Okay. So where were we? You guys were getting on the elevator, correct?
No, just before that, I'd asked if there was in that corridor you spoke of, were there any like emergency exits or stairwells?
Yeah, there's probably one towards the end of it. Stairwell.
But he says, "Why don't I take the stairs and you guys take the elevator?"
It's probably best if we travel together as a group. There's strength in numbers. I know what
if we absolutely need to, if the sabotage.
I didn't catch that, but I think that's a good idea. I'll come with you in the elevator.
I don't want us to be caught with our dicks hanging out.
I mean, never mind.
Curry is not quite sure what dick means, but like,
The name, it's a short version of Richard.
yeah, I knew a Richard once. Tall, long, and hairy looking.
Stairs or elevator? Make a decision quick.
Elevator. Let's do elevator.
No, they
Elevator.
probably have control of the elevator. We should take the stairs.
Stairs.
Footsteps back from the lobby.
Footsteps in the library. A library.
The lobby?
The library.
The lobby!
It's
Can
Colonel.
I-
It's Colonel Mustard. Hide the candlestick.
Look out for the
Well,
footsteps
I
in
pushed
the
the
lobby.
button for the. I pushed the button for the elevator. Does it come down? And we can all
Yeah,
run
it's
into
there.
it. Okay. Ding. Ah, everybody inside.
Get in the elevator and just like repeatedly press the closed door button.
Start doing the old John Belushi Animal House thing where he hops and like goes in a circle and then back to the other side in a circle. Do that, I'd be looking around for the camera or where the camera would be in the elevator. And if I want to spot it, just look up and go, "Click, Captain Curry, conceal the cameras."
And Captain Curry goes whoosh, and he just shoots some curry from his hands.
And the camera shoots a little bit, shoots a few sparks out, and then just melts onto the ground with the curry. You guys are in the elevator, and there's floors up to. You know, this is a 50-floor building. There's only floors up to 45 on the elevator.
That's okay.
45. Huh?
Yeah, it'd be like,
Guys, be prepared for anything. I'm going to try to see what I can do about this elevator.
crouch down and open up the panel and pull out my little crappy collection of missing a lot of friggin' micro tools. Start trying.
There you go. To be a more agreeable pitch for the elevator. If you're going through your tools, what are you trying to do with these tools?
Try to override the safety parameter locks on the elevator.
Oh, so you can just keep going up?
Yeah.
Alright. We'll call this one a 12. Roll your dice.
It'll be aptitude.
Yep.
Good. Please. Sparky.
You go through some of these wires in here and are crossing and crissing some of them, and you figure that this is going to get you higher up than the average executive level employee is allowed to go.
Be all broke into it with like the jaw all cocked and up to one side with his tongue sticking out almost to the tip of the nose, and then finally just look at him and hold two wires and go, blue and yellow makes green, my friends, and twist it.
And I just look down at the motherfucker and I go, and green means go.
Exactamundo.
The elevator music stops for a second and the elevator lights go out, but then it kicks back on.
I do believe, gentlemen, we have liftoff.
At that point, like Curry kind of lets out a quick silent one because he thought it was time to fly. And
God, he's warming the engines.
And you all smell it.
Yeah, I'm gonna squint and do the fake vomit thing a couple times.
your eyes should be watching
Tripwire is
about
too
now.
focused. Tripwire is too focused on not activating his powers at this point.
Just go look up and I'll go, God, for Pete's sake, Captain Curry, keep it in your pants.
I try to, motherfucker, but I get sometimes just way too excited.
Oh my God, that's worse than onions.
And Captain Curry at this point, like, that with that whole smell kind of flowing around in this enclosed little space, he's going to start getting a chub with that whole curry smell.
Recycled curry boner, yeah.
Oh, God.
Just gonna focus on the girl from me.
I'm just gonna get up. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. Just basically go pace or back from foot to foot, just kind of like looking at the elevator, doing the flipper fingers like the orangutan off of, and then just like going, come on, 46, 47.
Yeah, the floors are going real slow towards the very end. That smell just stays lingering from the first floor on. Even if you feel like it's completely gone, if you take a too deep of a breath, you catch a little bit of curry fart. The door opens, and it's very extravagant at the top of the.
So as the door opens,
yeah.
Can I say this? Like as the door opens, if you look at it from the other side, you're going to see Captain Curry in the center, with the chub kind of now being a full on, pointy thing. and exactly, and that's when, just that when you see that's when like you hear the elevator go ding, and right next to him there's an ultra focused like ramrod straight tripwire, like just looking straight ahead, trying to ignore all that's happening around him. And then there's right on the other
one
side.
of Tripwire's hidden powers.
The patience of a saint.
And then right next to him, you can see like the motherfucker kind of just, I guess, motherfucking and flipping. I don't know, like.
I'm gonna be the first one to do it with that unnecessary forward barrel roll.
Do a combat roll out.
Yeah,
of the elevator.
It's gonna look like an armadillo with my arms out with the guns. And it's just gonna roll forward.
So as you roll out and Curry's standing there bona fide, and Tripwire's standing there trying to just ignore everything that's going on. You don't the guys in this picture are not there. You just see this really extravagant. All like the entire floor looks to be an office. There's like a desk at the far end of the room. It's all carpeted. There's statues. There's a fountain in the middle of the room. It's over the top. Like this is indicative of like how much money this guy has, where he can take an entire floor of a building and turn it into his office, personal office. And there's no one in here actually. As far as you can tell, it looks empty.
Do the barrel roll forward, and then as I catch myself, I get up. My mask is shifted. Didn't
Can't see.
on one eye. So as I'm getting up and using my hand/gun to straighten the mask up, just taking everything in, all the grandeur and everything, and just go, "Hi, Kiba. This place is posh."
Hold on, I have an Australian slang for this. Let me find it.
Let me search my personal dictionary.
And Captain Curry's gonna step out, chub and all, and he's gonna say like, "We hit the mother lode, motherfucker."
The Tripwire's gonna follow and he's gonna go, wow, this guy's really up himself, ain't he?
It really is super extravagant. Like this doesn't do it justice. It is a massive offer.
So we gotta be on our toes, gentlemen. There could be danger lurking around any corner, just waiting to fuck us and fuck us hard.
You guys step out of the elevator doors close. See the elevator starts.
Try to spin around and catch my foot in it. Really cool.
Ah!
Frank, I'm serious. If there's any possibility.
Go for the
Security
reflex.
lady just cuts your foot off.
Roll me, because it's closing quick and you rolled out, so let's see if you can. We'll go for 12 on reflex.
Yeah, I don't have an icon here.
Oh shit. Whoops! One moment. There's a motherfucker that.
Reflect. No, not the door.
Yeah, you got your foot in the door.
I managed to catch the door, but I can't pry it open because I'm not that strong. So I was, gentlemen, help me. We
just
gotta have
walk
a
over.
ride home.
I'll just walk over and, like, I'll start to move my hands over him, and then he says, ride home. Oh. And then I'll just move back.
Curry's gonna go forward and kind of spray some curry all around the motherfucker's legs to kind of lubricate him so he can pull it out.
My leg's not stuck. I'm trying to get the door open so we can keep the door ajar in case we need a way down.
Captain Curry thought you were under duress and he wanted to help you. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, motherfucker. I didn't know what you were trying to do."
I'm partially covered in curry, just looking at him. It's all frumpy. To find something to wedge inside the door to keep it open.
I'll go over and I'll just pick up a chair and I'll shove it in the door.
The room starts to get a bit smoky. Not really sure where the source of the smoke.
And Captain Curry says, That is not me, gentlemen. That's not my smoke."
Well, thank you for clarifying. I was going to ask you first.
And it's like a fog-like haze is starting to whirl around the room.
Captain Curry is gonna say, "You got smoke, that means I got smokes," and he's gonna again extend himself, squat down, take a deep breath, and exhale and fart and rise into the air.
Everybody go ahead and make an int check. identify. You need to roll a 12.
Int. Okay.
No.
Nope.
Yep. And Curry? No. So while you're trying to keep this door stuck, motherfucker, you're looking around because you see the smoke as well, and sort of in the corner of the room, you see a figure skulking around. Roll me another int check, this time of 9, if you recognize this figure.
Only the motherfucker or everyone?
He's the one who saw it, so
Ah,
yeah.
okay, perfect.
Unless he's pointing it out. You do know who this is. This is another street level hero in Block G and on a different team, known in the organization as Fog. It's one of his things. If he goes somewhere, he leaves trails of smoke. Environment that he's in.
What else is he known for?
Well, he's
Skill-wise or anything?
he's well practiced in the art of ninjutsu. And as a disclaimer, I had this already set up. I did not make this because of what Fleur said at the beginning of the session. Oh, he'll fight some ninjas. This motherfucker was already here. That's why that was so funny to me.
I don't know if that was in the recording, but yes,
It wasn't, but
I did say I hope we fight some ninjas.
well, you might, depending on what happens here. He is known to be a very competent hand-to-hand combatant, and when he's fighting, it seems like he's everywhere at once to his opponent.
Oh god, this might fuck us all. Motherfucker, while he's fiddling around trying to make sure the chair is good and wedged, he'll look over when they all start talking about smoke. I'll look and I'll peer in. I'll immediately put on my Bane mask, which is basically like a pacifier with a filter built onto it. and he'll put it on, and his voice will suddenly change.
Oh shit!
And he'll look, and as he's doing it and peering in the darkness, he'll take it out or I don't know. He's peering in the darkness, and he goes, "Oh, damn ninja." Then he'll take the mask off briefly. He go, "It's a goddamn ninja." And I'll propose some tactics, and what y'all do, but I'll draw my 2 Desert Eagles and go, "Captain Curry, coat the floor and make it slippery. Tripwire, time to crack a window, let some of this smoke out of the room."
I was way ahead of you as I approach a window.
And Captain Curry kind of now rises even higher into the air, and then he kind of turns around and starts swooping down, and he says, "Here I come, motherfucker!" And it's not the standard come, to be sure.
Oh. So as you guys are all springing into action, you hear a voice through the smoke. Do everything you wish to do. It won't help you. And you see him, and he vanishes for a minute. But you guys get first action, so you guys can all do int checks to see if you sight him.
Okay.
At the beginning of your action.
Okay.
You need 9s. Oh baby.
Oh my god.
I'm liking this.
We do ints at him.
Yeah, ints to find out where he is. Oh, that's one, yeah. So Trip, as you're running towards the window, he appears sort of in front of you. He'll try to through the window. He's standing there and he's got a sword out.
As I run up, I'm gonna go, "Bad idea!" And I'm just gonna try to wrap my arms around.
Go for it. I believe most of your shit has been willpower based.
Yeah, almost every roll has been willpower.
He's not even trying to move. So you wrap your arms through him and he dissipates. It's just a puff of smoke in your arms.
Okay, Captain Curry's like, he's swooping down, he's kind of screamed his one-liner, and he's just going to spray the entire area with curry.
Alright, go ahead and see what we should do that one.
I think it was willpower last time.
Yeah, willpower 15, because you're trying to coat this entire floor in curry, basically. Oh, no problem. So you spray curry everywhere.
Awesome.
All over the floors.
And he's like doing barrel rolls and spins and like sudden stops, and he's just leaving no area untouched. I'm gonna make it rain in here.
You've currified the room, so everybody who's moving in here is going to take a minus, including him, is going to take a -1 to their reflex rolls.
Yeah, I suggested it, so I'm not moving that far in. I'm just taking a tactical position, dropping down with my guns, but I'm going to deploy my yummy Japanese anime life-size love doll decoy. I'm just gonna pull it out and it self-inflates. And basically, it's a love doll, but it's a distraction in the fog. Hopefully.
All right, I'm gonna get an appropriate picture for this real quick.
Another thing to add to the best tabletop search history.
Let's pull it out. Don't fail me now, Yubi.
I want to imagine that it doesn't auto-inflate. You spend like 5 minutes blowing it up.
So you thought that, you asked, is it Alvin who's your butler?
Yeah.
You asked Alvin, you remember having Alvin pack the Yumi, but Alvin accidentally packed Sam.
Oh God. Yumi.
So the doll blows up, and you quickly realize that your butler might not have done his best work.
Damn you, Alvin! Yumi, are you? But yeah,
Alright.
deploy that, crouch down, and trying to start squinting through the darkness to find a target.
So he's gonna go now. He's gonna roll. All right, let's see. All right, everybody is gonna pick either 1 to 2, 3 to 4, or 4 to 6.
1 to 2.
So go ahead. 1 to 2. Okay.
5 and 6, or whatever the other last option was.
Great.
3 to 4. All right, and you're gonna keep
Good.
these the entire time.
It's gonna be a 1 anyway.
Oh. All right, so now he's got to roll an int check because of your blow-up doll to see if he recognizes who is who.
I'm gonna stab my fucked doll.
So almost no sooner than you throw up Sam, a blade rams through Sam's forehead and you catch a glimpse of him really close by, and he just looks really fucking confused at that.
Just gonna, if he's attacking to kill, if he's attacking to kill, I'm definitely just opening up with a gun. Just fall down on my elbows. And, aha! Surprise, motherfucker!
So I'm assuming you're going first, so go ahead and roll. Well, you're standing still, so I'm not gonna give you the penalty that you would get if you were trying to move and do some shit. So you're just gonna roll reflex. He's gonna roll reflex.
Yeah.
Oh. He's gonna. My reflex. There it is. Okay, so minus that last die, minus his 6, so he's got 15. You hit him. I was rolling. He was moving and trying to do shit.
Oh, so he gets a slippery penalty too. Cool.
Yeah. Everybody does. You were standing still, is why I didn't give it to you.
Okay.
And Curry is just going to see those gunshots kind of ring out and see like the flash of the muzzle, and he's kind of going to fly over and like be right on top of the ninja and like rain Curry down on him specifically.
You'll probably hit me, you bastard.
Roll your willpower.
You need a bath, motherfucker. And we can just.
He's gonna use one of his luck die on the defense. He's gonna get his 4.
Oh.
He did it.
Intangible.
But you see him sort of like perk up, and he sees you at the last second, and you see him just dodge into the smoke. Tripwire, you've seen the gunshots, but he's moved now, so you can make an int check to see if you can follow him. You see where he's moved to, or you can shatter the windows, whatever you're gonna do.
Can I do both? Or only one?
Well, RP, how you would do both.
Nah, I'm not even
Short
gonna worry.
turn.
Not even gonna bother. I'm just gonna carefully walk up to the window and just put my hands through it and just let the glass kind of shatter over and through me and just kind of stand in a relatively safe area with a whole bunch of curry covered glass all around me.
That's called
You shatter
class.
the windows, and some of the smoke comes out. So your test difficulty will be 9 for now, because you've let out a decent bit of smoke from the room.
You want me to roll willpower?
No, dude, you don't have to roll willpower to break glass. You got
Okay.
that.
Oh, I think office buildings usually have the bullet hurricane resistant crabs pretty thick.
If you want, you can roll. We'll say roll a 12.
Yeah, but it'd probably be challenging.
It's not harder than break. Like the walls in here would be 15 to 18, but it's
There we go, trying to take two.
Oh yeah, no problem. So you just. All right. So
And I'm just gonna stand in front of this window so that if he does, like, try to rush at me, he just goes through me and falls out the window.
all right.
Also, all of this glass.
So it's back to him, and he's gonna spend his turn doing a little something special. So you see him quite clearly for a minute, or some of the smoke billows out, and he looks at all of you, and I don't know why you are here and what you are trying to do, James, but I'll stop you in the name of this city. And you see him sort of split off.
Oh, shit.
Oh god, he's using Shadow Clone Jutsu.
God damn ninjas. Oh, sorry. Oh, damn ninjas.
They're all different sizes. Attack the biggest one.
Back to your guys'.
So wait, what did he say? What was that thing he said? I don't know what you're doing, James.
I don't know what you're trying to do here, Mr. James, but I'll stop you in the name of the city.
And can I roll like an in check? Like no one here is called James.
No, what you're trying to do with Mr. James. That's the guy who owns.
Oh
the
yeah,
building,
okay.
Corporation. He doesn't know what you're. He said he doesn't know what you're trying to do here with Mr. But he'll stop you in the name of the city.
And I'm still gonna just stand in this near this glass, and I'm gonna be like, well, we originally came up here to fuck his shit, but he's not here. So
All right, so you're standing and waiting.
yeah.
All right, so you guys, the other two used guys.
Guess you'll have to do.
You said he was one of us, right?
Yeah, he's an enforcer. Last you heard.
So was the alien bug dude. So how that turned out.
Well, he was retired.
So Curry's gonna say, Mr. James seems to be up to no good. He's selling advanced weapons to the underground. We are here to stop him. What are you here for?
And some of the smoke starts to dissipate. The clones start to go back into what you assume is the original. The same.
Then why didn't you say that in the beginning, you fool?
He's been hiring heroes to fight on his side. I do not know who to trust.
Neither do we.
Motherfucker!
How do we? Yeah, motherfucker. How do we know you're not?
You don't. But I've given up my advantage now. Isn't that enough?
At which point Curry stops farting and he's just gonna land on the ground.
Tripwire is gonna step away from the window and through all of this glass.
I'm gonna, since I'm wearing those leather pants with the ass out on them, I'm gonna have a lot of difficulty standing. And it's like
noise.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you impulsively want to come and try to help me up, but I'm like, no, it's cool, I got this. And he like goes all spread legged and pulls himself up off the wall and stands up, cracks his back. He's like, you stay on your side of the room and we'll be all right. Tell us what you know.
There is a conspiracy, I think, between Mr. James, military, possibly even the director of the Enforcers City. Do not know for certain. I have searched his office, found correspondence that suggests they've all been meeting. I was about to pursue the lead when the elevator dinged. I saw you walk out. I thought you were here to stop.
We're not after you unless you're working. What the hell's his name?
James.
Yeah, unless you're working with Mr. James. We followed our own leads here. Seems like Dugax, one of us, he was working with them as well.
He'll be out of commission for quite some time now, though.
He's dead.
We killed
That's
him.
what I meant. Yeah, I did. I totally killed him.
Dugax, the one who was working for Lucius?
Yes, Lucius is in custody as we speak.
I'd taken down the Reverberator earlier today. He had been trafficking weapons as well. This is troubling. You hear the elevator dinging behind you. Now I'll move you boys down here now, closer to this side of the room. And when he hears the elevator ding, we may have to put the conversation on hold.
God, it's a nun.
Now, none of you have to roll to see who these people are, because these are your arch nemesis.
Our nemesi?
Yeah, these. Do some quick bullet points.
Ah, god damn it.
The motherfucker, you know this as the nun.
Oh, man.
She ingested a strange fruit while on a spiritual journey to find God, and she now enforces the Lord's will upon those she meets, whether they're followers or not. She is your arch enemy, the two clashing many times over your peculiar way of dispensing justice. Finds disgusting and representative. is very quick and uses 2 hand sides in combat. This is the desensitizer, your arch nemesis, Captain Curry. You guys still there?
Yeah. I just
Yeah.
spit curry on the ground in front of him.
Uh, so he was on staff when you were in the hospital, and when you began to show signs of your powers, they assumed that he had some sort of failure on his end, so he was dismissed as the caretaker. After which his life fell apart, motivated by hatred, seeing you receive all this love on the television. He dedicated his life to destroying you, removing taste buds from everyone he encounters. This last one, the nemesis of Tripwire, is Hard Hat. Tripwire once brought down several buildings in pursuit of a group of criminals, and Hard Hat was the contractor that had been contracted to build that estate. It's irreversible damage to his reputation. Down on his luck, he withdrew all his savings and paid the right people in the underworld. Now, he built this suit that allows him to create walls with a projector. Also, he can bend steel and manipulate matter with his hands. Suit. He is no fan of yours. And all of them step out of the elevator together. The 3 of them have no connections whatsoever. And they had all been in prison previously. So,
I don't know, I really sound like the bad guy in that situation.
depends on perspective, I guess. They were dangerous criminals you were chasing, to be fair.
Curry's gonna say, "Listen, Dick," because he can't say desanitizer or D whatever, D. He's just gonna say, "Listen, Dick, we don't have the time for you today. Leave now, and I'll put you in prison later when I have some free time."
You're gonna make time, Curry. He's got his usual apparatus that he has, where he's trying to desensitize, shoot down your Curry beam, stuff like that. He's got it handheld.
Tripwire just kind of looks at Hard Hat and he goes, "Hard Hat?"
Tripwire.
So I'm checking out the battle, BDSM looking none. That's all he can do is just go, Wawa, the dud. So we meet again.
Yes, I get to see your lecherous gaze once more before I cut out your eyes.
Try like you will. You'll never defeat me. Look at those 2. First thought in his head was everybody going towards their nemesis, but then he is a little above average intelligence. And look at Captain Curry. He goes, "You ever do any country dancing?"
I do all sorts of dancing, motherfucker.
Let's do-si-do these motherfuckers and wrap things up.
And Tripwire immediately runs at the nun. She, "I got this one!"
Curry kind of twists around and goes after Hard Hat.
And I'll go towards it. I'll just start shooting the shit out of the desensitizer.
Alright. Let me go ahead and get their wounds and luck up. So, Tripwire on the Nun, Curry on Hard Hat, and Motherfucker on Desensitizer, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so you guys can take it from the top in whatever order you want to take it in.
Let y'all guys go first. I'm not shooting him, by the way. I'm
So Curry is going to repeat the Curry takeoff. Stretch up, stretch down, squat, look up, stretch out again, and take off with a massive fart. But he is not going to fire. You can see him like he's clenching his fist, and he seems to be like charging up, wanting to kind of do like a double damage in the next round, like just holding all the Curry and
Super
okay.
Saiyan.
All right, I'll accept that.
Come in.
The Tripwire is gonna stop a few feet away from the nun in it's a poorly held battle pose, because normally he doesn't do battle poses, he just walks through shit. And because at this point jumping through her it's not an option for him. Usually it would be, but it's not right now.
something's gonna get stuck, eh?
And he's gonna look at her, he's gonna go, I don't know, does God allow you to have such huge implants?
Man. Rowdy. So you're setting up in like a combat stance to...
I'm also taunting her. I want to see what she's got, because I want to see if it'll just go right through me.
You said we're by the elevator when this.
Yeah, they just walked out.
So for all intents and purposes, it's not where the shit's all over the floor.
I thought the whole room was covered in.
Oh, the whole room's in Curry. Everyone's still every single person in this room is still taking a -1 to their reflex rolls right now.
Except for Curry, who is not on the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have to disregard our last die roll. Okay. It's gonna be fun.
What's the plan for motherfucker here?
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna. But no, motherfucker. When he says "let's do-si-do these motherfuckers," he starts charging towards the elevator with both 50 cals, and he just totally fucking. He just empties both clips and ain't hit a damn thing, except the wall and the elevator itself sparking and stuff. And as he gets there, he realizes he's empty. So in lieu of reloading, he just drops him and does a cartwheel, and as he does the cartwheel, he reaches back behind his cape and he pulls out the Mandongo. And it looks like 2 tonfa sticks behind his back, but it's actually a nunchuck made out of the Mr. Marcus King Dong dildo. It's like a 2 14-inch, 15-inch long dildos that are tethered together. And then he just does the unintentional roll again and comes up and he just starts going, swinging them around. He's going to try to nunchuck them in Dongo.
Alright. So what did we decide for melee attacks? Is still reflex, or how are we doing?
Yeah, I thought, most attacks, yeah, for something like that, it would be reflex, yeah.
Alright, go ahead. Reflex on reflex. Minus the dice for the Curry. You're doing all this moving towards him, so take the last dice.
It's 13.
Does it always drop the lowest dice? I think it does. Oh, he rolled bad. 13 versus 9. You whack him. You hit him good with this fucking dildo stick. These dildo nunchucks. Like, oh, who the fuck are you supposed to be?
Call them fuck chucks. I'm the motherfucker that's about to beat your ass.
I like to imagine when these were first introduced in like motherfuckers comics. It was against the nun, and he's like, I got a surprise for you. I brought a nun of my own. Nunchucks.
All right. Oh shit. So Fog, he's getting involved here. He sort of starts ceiling climbing, sort of like you see him just jump high up in the air and start like vaulting across the ceiling. So he's gonna have to roll pretty decent reflex.
He's shot too, ain't he?
Yeah, he's hurt. he ate it like a champ, so he's gonna have to roll a 15. That is not 15. So he tried to do some wall climbing shit, but that bullet injury, so he had to stop and act like he's doing pulse. He's like, ah, shit, and he stops right above the nun. And now they're gonna get to do their thing. So we'll go with the nun on tripwire first. Implants. The Lord made my body all natural, and she's just gonna rush at you and try to give you the business. So however you're gonna defend, roll that attribute. She's gonna go reflex.
Camellia. You said she fought with size, right?
Yep.
Like
Tripwire's just gonna go, you obviously ain't very prepared.
Neither are you. So you try to do your phase, but she's very quick. Like she gets up on you in a flash and just you catch a scythe across your chest and it cuts open your armor a bit. And she's just got this miserable shit-eating grin. Like she's got little black slits between her teeth where there's gunk and stuff.
God.
Like, oh, I'm well prepared, you heretic. And you're gonna take a wound from that. Desensitizer. You told him who you were. I'm the mother. Yeah. The motherfucker, huh? Well, after we're done here, I'm gonna fuck your mother and take her taste buds. And he's gonna try to spray you with his apparatus that he's got here. Reflex.
Damn, he's kind of scary.
Oh, you know what? No, that last one, she would have missed. Because we're doing the -1 on reflexes. But never mind, give that wound back. We'll say that she just barely missed you. Like if you hadn't,
it was probably like, oh, face power doesn't work, and I just step back.
No, because he's -1 too, right?
No,
yeah,
willpower.
but I use willpower, not reflex.
He's just phasing. He's got that cop out. No.
It's
So
my power. It's becoming the most overpowered power in the game.
it's pretty strong. So you're trying to dodge this, I'm assuming, because you don't know what the fuck this thing does. He's trying to spray you with something. Are you dodging, or how are you trying to get out of the way of this?
Oh yeah, definitely. Reflex.
Reflex versus reflex.
Try to do the cheerleader backflip thing.
So that's 9.
11.
So you see him. You do this backflip, and he sprays, and it hits all over the ground where you just were, and it's actually starting to melt the floor a little. You know, there's some kind of acid or what it is.
Yeah, you know what the cheerleaders they do though? They bend over backwards and they stand and flip. It's like a slow fucking backflip. Do that, see it sizzle, and then balance and fall flat on my ass. Look, disarray. I don't. Sizzles in front of my assless chap legs.
I can really imagine that the same dude who wrote Captain Curry also was like, the desensitizer's a good villain. He'll just steal people's taste buds.
Hold still, motherfucker! Screaming at you, cranking his. You see him cranking something on. It's like a flamethrower. He's reloading or something.
God.
And so Curry on Hard Hat. Hard Hat is gonna try to. He's trying to predict where you're flying. He's gonna try to construct a wall in front of you and try to get you to smash your face against it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna do an aptitude.
And I'll do a reflex.
Yes. Yeah, reflex, because you're trying to move around and do shit. Aptitude. 6.
Use a luck die for this. 22.
Nice.
So as the wall like comes up, you kind of see that like Curry is just like he's gonna like clench his like butt really hard and change the trajectory of the fart to kind of give him that thrust vectoring.
You should reach back and cup a fart and use it like a plane rudder.
Actually, I'll do that. You suddenly see like Curry, who's like, yeah, exactly. He's just gonna reach back and kind of like just turn a bit and just like cup of fart, and you're just gonna see him like thrust vector completely around the wall. Like
That also effectively gives you grenades.
Yeah, and remember, I was like holding all my curry power, so it's like my fists are like all flaming, and I with the flaming fist I cup a fart, and like now there's like also like flame farts behind me as I like thrust vector around this wall, coming still at the hard hat.
Oh shit! So you're getting turbo boost on this guy. He throws the wall up. He's like, it's like, damn, this guy's fast, and he's like throwing walls all around, but you're dodging it.
Awesome.
It's back to you guys now.
So Curry, just after dodging it, he's gonna release all that pent up curry within through the flaming hands, and I would like to do like twice the attack.
So you're gonna roll your same thing, but if it hits, it'll do double. You got
Awesome.
higher. So let's see. Oh, it's just an opposed. So go ahead.
Yeah, willpower.
He's going to try to build a wall around himself. So he's going to roll aptitude with a luck die, so he can try to absorb punishment.
Oh yes.
Wow, he rolled like shit. So he's trying to build a wall around him, but you launch all this fury all over.
Filled him up like a
Fire.
coffee cup.
You just smash this guy and launch him back, and you see some of the parts of his suit are shorting. God, shit! Sort of has to smack a leg around to get it to kick back in, and stands back. He's like, "All right, kid gloves are off now, buddy."
Open him up like a 7-Eleven.
That's what I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna open you like a 7-Eleven, motherfucker.
Who's next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. As he swings at me, I step back him and like, can't use all my powers, so I'm just gonna put out my hand so that she can so that as she finishes the swing, that her weapon goes like through my arm, and I'm gonna try to break her weapon. Or at least one of them.
You'll roll her defense reflex with a luck die. Go ahead and roll your...
Cool.
Man, they're rolling bad today. So... you put your hand out where her weapon was?
Yeah, like in the trajectory of her swing, and I just, instead of using all my power to make my full self phasable, I just make my arm phasable, so her weapon goes through my arm.
And you're trying to activate your little breakage thing, right?
Yeah.
So as her weapon goes through your hand, part of her hand does too, and you actually blow off 2 of her fingers.
Ooh.
Whoops.
She screams, ah, and just backsteps and is looking at her fingers like she can't believe what just happened.
Looks like the nun got fingered.
Oh, Jesus.
I just had those nails done.
She really did, too. They were black on black. Motherfucker.
Tripwire just kind of grits his teeth and he's like, not what I meant to do, but it worked.
Let's see. He went running in, emptied his clips, realized he didn't hit shit, dropped it, pulled out the big Mandongo double nunchuck, fuck chuck, hit him, did his cartwheel back, fell on his ass as the acid spray hit him in between his legs, and he immediately screams, "No, not the family jewel!" Then he looks up and sees the guy preparing some kind of flamethrower canister thing or whatever you said.
Mm-hmm.
He just goes. He realized when he fell over on his ass, he dropped his Mandongo, and then he quickly looks around and he sees the 2 handguns beside him, and he grabs them and quickly loads them on his leg, speed loaders. And he just goes, "Not on my watch, motherfucker!" Kind of like does a drop down to the side and start shooting. And in anticipation of being flamed at, once that's done, he does like the real slow, tortured, I really need to be more acrobatic kind of fucking roll to get out of the way. You know?
All right, so roll.
So you
Roll
see his
me.
ass cheeks as he rolls.
Roll me reflex -1 die.
Could
you
could
see.
I?
I'm gonna spend my last luck.
Hold on.
point
I
just-
want to suggest something. Could I assist him in that? Just as he's kind of flipping over, like I'm gonna try and like shoot some curry up his ass so he can get that burst of.
As much as I want to, I would have had
Yeah.
to say you would have had to do it on your.
Yeah, we would have had to negotiate some kind of team.
Yeah.
Also, we got a luck die back because we're playing.
Oh yes, remember that.
You got 1 luck die back.
Yeah, I was wondering where I got that one back from.
Yeah.
Spend it.
So he's gonna use his luck die on the descent, and still fail. So you're gonna drop or kill this guy. So describe this to me. He's sitting here trying to reload this flame canister, and then
Well, if he's gonna be out of commission, I'm just gonna start shooting, and one of them's gonna shoot whatever the device. Was it a flamethrower?
he's got a canister on his back. He was like hooking up to his little spray thing. You don't know what it
Okay.
is.
Okay, so he's shooting. He grazes him across the shoulder. Grasses spray him in the face and knock him down to his ass and unconscious.
Oh shit! All right. So you see this canister get hit, and it sprays, and it starts melting the front of his visor. And he just starts screaming. His legs like "fuck!" Ah! He's grabbing at his face, trying to get the stuff off, and he's just sitting there writhing on the ground from it, and just starts like convulsing, sort of like face down in curry, convulsing and just shaking and shivering as the stuff sprays on the floor and is melting some of the carpet next to him.
And Curry's gonna say, "Taste it, motherfucker! Taste it! You will love it!" As his face is melting.
Flying teabag on him.
So I think Fog has to go now. So let's see if
Yeah.
Fog's gonna try to summon up some strength and drop down on the nun. It's gonna be reflex versus reflex. He's not gonna suffer a penalty because he's not in curry. She is. Her luck dies on the end. I've already announced it. I probably don't need to now, but I might as well. So this will be. Oh yeah. So she sees this idiot coming from a mile away. It looks up, sees him dropping down. He actually lands and and he takes a wound as he smashes his. You just hear a horrible snapping sound.
So Tripwire wasn't ready for that. He's like, whoa!
She's probably flailing around. Dude drops.
Probably too worried about her missing fingers.
She's mad as fuck. She's looking at her fingers. You destroyed one of the Lord's most beautiful creations, and she's gonna sprint full speed at you, going over this idiot that tried to jump on her. She barely even registered it. She's gonna go over him, and she's gonna come right back at you.
Well, I mean,
Reflexes. No luck dice. So not last. Ooh, that's an 18.
I'm gonna use luck.
All right, you're keeping track of it.
I am.
This time, we'll say you're distracted a bit by Fog being stupid, and also just by how she's like blindingly fast. It's crazy how fast she is. And she gets up on you and catches you in the shoulder with the scythe, the little hand scythe, and rips it out. Take a wound from that.
Fucking shit, woman! Jesus!
This Sheila's crazy.
This Sheila's gone absolutely bad. I swear to fucking God.
So
Hard hat.
Curry, yeah.
Mhm.
Hard Hat is gonna try to build like a projector bubble around you because he sees you're a pain in the ass flying around. So he's gonna try to like build a bubble around you. Use a luck die to try to do it.
Okay.
Mention his powers. All I could picture is him making two big hands trying to swat at him like a fly. Two big
Like
balls.
he's a fucking like knockoff Green Lantern.
But he can only build walls and oh.
Oh,
Curry, he's gonna constrict you a bit because you're gonna smash your face because you weren't expecting this, so you're gonna take a wound. But he's also constricting you in this bubble, got you wrapped up.
Okay.
Go ahead, stay there for a while, and he's just manipulating that right now, trying to keep you stuck in there.
Okay.
It's gonna pass back to you guys since the desensitizer is not feeling good right now,
So
in horrific pain.
so Curry's gonna concentrate and he's gonna like really take a deep breath, like a huge, massively deep breath, and with all his power, he's gonna like kind of force all the fart out of him in one single shot to try and break that constriction.
Alright, he's gonna use aptitude to try to keep you in. Roll whatever you're rolling.
Willpower, fuck the shit out of it. Uh-oh. Oh shit.
Oh no.
And he sees you and just try to shoot through. He's like, hell you think you're going? I'm gonna slam you around, goddammit. Next. Trip.
I think I see this happening to Captain Curry, and I turn and I yell, switch! And I am gonna run over and I'm gonna try to just like, I'm gonna do what I usually do with Hard Hat, which is just clap through his hands.
Alright.
And I'll use my last luck die to try to save you, Captain Curry.
He will try to use his last luck die to keep you from saving Captain Curry.
Oh yes.
So describe how you defeat your nemesis again.
The way that I've always dealt with Hard Hat is because he has a suit. It's just, I already know where the power source for his suit is, and I just clap through it, and I don't ever hurt him. It's just through his suit. So the suit just explodes off of him.
can make the suit his own prison too. Shut it down. He can't move in it.
So you clap your hands and nothing happens for a second, and the suit just flies off forward and scatters across the room. And he's just kind of a big, portly guy. He looks like he's in shape when he's in the suit, but he's really nice, like a big 6-foot-something portly guy. And he's holding his hands forward, and the gloves are still on, but then they power down, and Curry gets loose. And he just kind of stands there stunned for a minute, and you can just punch him or whatever you're going to do to knock him out. He's just like, oh, shit.
No, Tripwire does it with flair. He does like one of those reverse kicks where you do like the backward spin and you hit them with the back of your foot. Just like right across the chin.
It just drops him. He's like holding his hands up still on the ground when he's knocked unconscious. You just hear him start snoring. Motherfucker.
Seeing Captain Curry in a bit of trouble, as well as the non-charge and plant of scythe and the tripwire, motherfucker looks distraught as he finishes a little tortured roll back up. He sees Tripwire going to Captain Curry's aid, but he also sees that the nun is hell-bent on pursuing Tripwire. So he decides to act. As such, he stands up and does a Zorro. He reaches down for his Series 9 Tantric Pleasure Whip. And he... it's like got all the cat of nine tails thing on it. Mm-hmm. and he lashes it out, and he's tries to lash it around her arm that's got the weapon in it, disarm her and spin her around to him. And he's just basically going, "Not so fast, my dear. We have unsettled business."
All right. Go ahead. Reflex. Oh.
Oh.
We're both doing the -1 though, right?
Yeah,
let's
so
see
you
more.
drop. You're both
Oh,
dropping.
no, they're both the
so you still
same.
get it.
Yeah, we're
Get it
both.
by 1. So you hit her with the tantric whip, and you say you're trying to disarm her, right?
Yeah, because one of them's already gone with her fingers,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
disarm
you-
the other.
You slap her hand. It's like ah, and it knocks the scythe out, and it scatters across the room. Go. Yes, we do have unsettled business.
So it probably falls out like the window that I shattered earlier. Somebody
Fog.
probably like hits somebody in the head and just die.
Oh no! So Fogg's on the ground, and the handle of the scythe hits him and knocks him out. He's like trying to get up, and it like bounces off the wall, and then boomerangs up, and he's just oh.
He's gonna change his name from Fog to Fug. Fug.
She's gonna run at you and try to tackle you to the ground. The nun is displeased.
Hopefully not gonna get distracted by her big giant.
So it's gonna be strength it's strength versus strength if you're gonna try to just out wrestle her. It's strength versus reflex if you're gonna try to dodge. She's gonna use her
Like
last
that,
weapon.
I can't tell him. Try to dodge.
Drop it to you.
11.
You beat her by 1. So she tries to run and sprint up and tack you to the ground, but you just barely get out of the way, and she like slides across the ground through the curry. Come here, motherfucker!
I basically used loss of footing to my advantage at the last minute.
So
Curry's
back
gonna
to you guys.
Curry's
Who's
gonna turn
going
around,
first?
and at this point, everyone will see that he's got like a massive raging hard-on. If those were like mandongos, then this is like a Curdongo that you see kind of Curdongo is like kind of sticking out of Curry as he's flying around now, and he's going to come after the nun, and he's going to take his second most powerful maneuver and use it on her. Using the Curdongo, Curry's gonna do Kukake on the nun.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna like fly by dick slap.
He's gonna blow a load of curry on her.
With one luck, with the last luck die I have.
Kukake. Kukake. What the fuck? Oh no, it's a Kukake. Oh.
You gotta beat a 13. That would beat a 13. Alright, describe the Kukake for all of us who are curious.
Yes, exactly. So with the huge Curdongo, he just splashes, spurts, explodes all over her, causing
Getting on in your eye.
instant Kukake.
So she just gets like, she just sees like a shadow from him, just a wave of curry going over her, and you don't know if she's knocked out from just the pure heat of the curry or just from mortified from the source. But she's on the ground screaming, holding her eyes and rolling around.
The curry will block out the sun.
And she just sort of stops, and you just hear like silent whimpering from her for while she's laying on the ground. Well done.
Oh gee, put that thing away, Captain.
And then as soon as the Kukake has occurred, you can see that the Curdongo kind of starts receding, not like.
Oh god.
Slowly slithering, receding back.
Tripwire, as with everything else that has happened, ignores it.
I'm gonna reset everybody's wounds. You guys survived another one. Amazingly. Holy shit. Alright, so
Curdongo.
you're
I'm gonna guess that when Tripwire came over and was like, "Hey, I want to be part of this city block, like police super force." They were like, "Okay, sure." And when they gave him his license, he was like, "Cool." And then he went out and he did a whole bunch of shit, and they're like, "We probably shouldn't have given him that."
Yeah. Yeah, they probably shouldn't have gave Captain Curry his license, but or Tripwire.
Probably shouldn't have given Tripwire his license either.
None of you deserve licenses, but you're the best.
I'm really
you're some of
surprised how the
best
motherfucker
it
even got it.
So
Walks into a government office and is like, "Hey, I want to join and be part of the superpower police force. What superpowers do you have?" "I got no superpowers. I got a bunch of sex toys, though."
alright. That's in high demand. We don't have a lot of those. Sign up. Here's your waiver. Here's your disclosure. Alright. So all your nemesis I mean Desensitizer may be fucking dead, the other two are definitely unconscious. So
Whoops.
but Fog is definitely knocked out right now. You hear him just knocked out. He's got a huge knot swelling up. You can see it through the top of his hood.
Definitely slip and slide my way, like belly crawl through the curry and shit on the floor. Just go over to it, and I know nothing about first aid, so I'll just start slapping on him and it'll be like, Fog, can you hear me? Hold in there. And you're like shaking the shit out of him. Hold in there, buddy. It's gonna be all right.
Oh, stop hitting me. Oh, I am in pain.
Curry's gonna come down and not realize that Fog has woken up. He's gonna like put a bunch of
The closest thing we got to smelling salts.
yeah, exactly. Put a bunch of curry under his nose, like, "Wake up, Fog! Wake up!"
And he just shoots forward and he's like, "Get it out of my face!" And he's like, "Oh, what happened? I must have been knocked out by our opponents."
You got right fucked up is what happened.
Oh.
It's all right. The threats have been neutralized. Quick, somebody get on the comm to V. Let them know what's going on.
I turn on the comm and I go, "Hey V, the people we usually fight."
What, your nemesis? I don't understand what you're saying, Tripwire.
Yeah, them. They showed up and, well, two of them are definitely unconscious, I think, and one of them has, well, I mean, he's lost most of his face. It wasn't me this time, though.
Wait, your nemesis are supposed to be in prison.
Yeah,
Let me
they're
check
not. They're here.
Hold on a moment. And there's a bunch of furious typing. They were released from prison today? That doesn't make any sense. They were on life sentences. I need to see who approved this. What's going on there? You guys were
And Captain
going...
Curry's gonna say, "Hey, we, did it register this time? Did it register?" And Captain Curry is referring to like he's like the Superblock G has like this huge sensor and monitor that kind of keeps track of which superpower releases their most powerful attacks, and he's trying to find out if like the Curdongo and the Kokake were like registered on the superpower release.
I think she's
Huge
inside.
fucking billboard downtown, and it's like, most damage caused this week.
Captain Curry, Curdongo maneuver. She's like, "Oh, fine, hold on a second," and you hear like a bunch of clicking and typing, and it's like, I don't see anything. All I see is a temperature raise over at Res Corp. Is that you? Did you raise the temperature of the building?
Oh, I raised more than that, and then he's just gonna kind of saunter around.
Alright, go ahead and pause the recording for a second. I'm being yelled at about something.
Okay, 1 minute. Pause now.
Alright, so yeah, she just like, she just seems annoyed. Like, well...
Also, Fog is here.
Yeah,
Fog.
that's what I was going to be saying. I was going to be still shaking on it. "Oh, you all right? Do you need medical?" They'll just turn, not even wait for an answer, and you can hear in the background while they're talking to the comms. It's like, "Tell her to send a medical unit. Fog's injured."
just turn around and you go, call 911, and it's PR now.
We're not obligated to help Fogg. He was released last week. Orders of Director Hidoki himself.
Yeah,
Or what?
yes, that's what Fogg has been investigating. Fogg said that, V, are you on a secure line? Is anybody around you?
And you hear her go quiet for a minute. She's like, I'm going to be in a second. Hold on. And it takes a couple minutes. Like, all right, what were you going to say? And I'll tell you my bad news.
So it seems the reason Fogg was released is because Fogg has been investigating ResCorp and their connection with the military and G Block. He thinks the director is involved.
Now it's your bad news that we've been dropped.
No. But that might be coming soon. So, I was looking at who gave the order for Fogg to be dropped. Director Hidoki was looking at who ordered the release of those criminals. They were meant to be released into the care of a regular supermax, but they escaped. Director Hidoki authorized that. And now I'm seeing here on the APBs, you guys are all wanted for questioning. That's not good. Guess who put out the order?
Director Hidoki, I assume?
Hidoki.
And then Trippo's like, I don't know, really, we do cause a lot of damage, it could literally be anyone.
V, I got a bad feeling about this one. Get your ass to safety. Find a way to reach us. We're gonna go in the dark.
Already on it. Stay safe.
Roger that. Just gonna roll back over to Fogg and then punch him unconscious.
Oh, did she do it? And it's been knocked out.
These three, whatever. Oh, it's time to go, boys. We'll take this one with. Take Fogg with us.
And then Captain Curry, seeing that Fogg's superpowers, is going to be like, wait a minute, I can do that too. And then he creates his own Fogg. His own like personal Fogg for the retreat. And he's going to like, and he's going to like point everyone, and we're all going to act like ninjas as we kind of retreat out of there.
I'm gonna try to throw him over my shoulder and fail miserably.
You just drop him.
Yeah, drop him.
You gotta roll a 9. He's
I'm not even gonna roll. I'm telling you what I'm doing. I'm gonna try to pick him up. He weighs too much, and I just drop him. I'm trying to bring him over. Right.
You try to fling him over your shoulder, and he goes way too. Drop him on his head again.
Because she said he was released by the people. Screw that, man. I don't know if he's telling the truth or not.
And then Curry's gonna help the motherfucker. He's gonna say, grab a hold of that leg, and Curry's gonna hold the other arm. So it's almost like diagonally we're kind of carrying this person out between us, very, very awkwardly.
Like a pane of glass.
Yeah, exactly. But like one leg and one hand, like.
Fucking Christ. So as you guys are moving to wherever, V contacts you and gives you an address, and that's it. So you guys are heading that way, I'm assuming, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Tiny, skinny people trying to parry this dude. He's just dragging his ass on the floor. It's like TP'd up to a V.
So you're given this address, and it's actually an apartment.
Safe house or something.
Yeah. So I'll get you guys out here. Bring Fogg in half-assed, and he's all banged up. And
chunk him on the couch.
Yeah, restrain him with my love cuffs. Oh, he goes intangible too, don't he? Damn.
And,
do we know how he does it? Seeing how he's worked with the organization.
You could try an check of 12 if you want.
So an intelligence.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man.
So you remember reading a dossier one time instead of you accidentally open up a dossier on Fog instead of looking at your usual midnight porn, and
apparently it wasn't. Apparently it was enough that you were get off this.
you remember that it's just something. It's sort of like what Tripwire has. It just manifests. Okay.
So it's a chi focus thing.
Yeah, I mean, to him, he might consider it one. It might just be mutation, but yeah, it is a focus type thing.
We need some booze and make it fast. Look at this place, see if they got any alcohol.
And V's rolling around in the kitchen with a beer in her hand. She's in a very
Oh shit, she's here.
she's in a very high level wheelchair. Like, think about futuristic, like Oracle type stuff from.
Yeah.
She is the Oracle.
She's rolling around and it's like, why do you idiots need booze? And she's sitting there drinking a beer and sort of rolling around. She doesn't look quite like how she looks there. Her face is really scarred up and her hand's missing a few fingers. She's rolling around.
With everything that's going on, it's hard to know who to trust. He says that he was on his own investigating this, but yet you said Hidoki was the one that released him. I'm gonna need to get some straight answers out of him.
Hidoki released him because he was investigating the James thing.
Well, we could get some straight answers out of him, drunk or not. Drunk, it might be easier.
Do you think he's possess a threat?
And she sits there and thinks about it. Probably not to us. She takes a swig.
Start thinking the fact that I shot him. It's like, oh, he probably possessed one to me.
At any rate, try to get him up. We need to figure this out sooner rather than later. And she's rolling around and going through one of her computers. She's got a bunch of computers monitored set up and she's going through one of them right now.
Roger that. You heard the woman. Go over to Fog and start shaking him again.
So Curry's gonna
Tripwire just turns to Captain Curry and goes, "You're the closest thing we got to smelling salts."
So
God.
Curry's gonna do a couple of things. So one is like he's gonna, on one finger there's like curry emanating from it. So he's gonna use it as the smelling salts. But before he does that, he's gonna look for the bullet hole that is there in him, and then he's gonna like project a beam of curry through him to push the bullet out, and at the same time like cauterize the wound.
Now, when you said released him, do you mean he released him from prison?
Fired him.
Oh, so he was fired because he was investigating. The way you worded it sounded different.
Yeah, I probably should have said fired. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
fired.
if he fired him definitely a good guy. I thought because the way you worded it in context previous was that he released the bad guys, and then you said he also released him.
Yeah, that's my faux pas. No, he was fired. Rephrase. If that changes anything you guys are gonna do here.
Yeah,
No, it's still not.
But Curry's just
Still not gonna.
no. Curry's trying to heal him. Like he's not trying to hurt him or kill him. So like this is the closest thing he's got to a dog.
Cauterize the wound.
Yeah, like basically, you know how like you see in these like action movies where they take like either a knife or like some sort of a sharp object, heat it up, and then use that to like push the bullet out. Like if you've seen.
Well, the bullet's not in him; it was a through and through.
Ah, okay. Then he's just going to use his curry power to just cauterize the wound and stop the bleeding.
Oh, that wakes him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's just like flailing around and screaming. And V just shakes her head over at the desk. It burns! It burns!
That's what they all say, Fog.
Crack an ice tray and make an ice pack out of a pair of edible panties. Bring it up. Here, use this. At least the bleed is not for outlet.
Why did you hit me?
I didn't know who to trust.
Oh, I thought we had already had that conversation.
Ah,
I panicked.
Talk don't mean nothing. And Tripwire's gonna move over to stand behind V. He's not gonna put his hands on the desk because he doesn't want to break anything.
Probably a good idea.
What have we got?
where are we?
We're in a safe house. Don't worry.
V is here with us.
Oh, thank goodness. Us working together, we may have a chance.
And she's sitting there typing furiously. He's like, "Tell us what you know, quick. I'm looking through things right now, trying to piece together what I can."
Definitely, I'll share our intel with him too. So we managed to apprehend Gunslinger, which in turn led us to Lucius. And then the turn he had evidence. A business card is what he had, but the evidence seemed that Mr. James was involved. That's why we headed to ResCorp. But we could not find him. He was not there at the location. Instead, Fogg and the bad guys were there.
Fogg had a valid reason to be there, but I'm starting to wonder if maybe he already knows we're going there. I mean, why else would he send us over there?
Yeah, it seems like somebody's is ahead of us, but I think we're about to get ahead on them.
Oh, do tell.
So, I've been looking at some of the cameras from the bus that you guys did today with the weapons, Fogg's and your guys' attempt. And I've been comparing those faces of the buyers. I've been comparing the faces of some of the men that were trying to sell arms to the criminals.
Mm-hmm.
I compared them to the military database based on what Fogg told us. And I'm getting all kinds of hits. And like she shows the screen, there's a ton of hits, and she says, and it gets even worse. And she's like going through, clicking around on all different people, and you're seeing like direct lines to their chain of command, and it's all going up to the leader of the military forces in the area. It's General Osiris.
So are we talking masks here, or they civs?
They are your standard military, but like your jumped up military. Like we're talking past, not quite the sci-fi fucking pew pew laser military, but in the in between, sort of. So they're on the up and up, heading that way. They're that level of military right now.
I turn to the motherfucker and I go, "You think you can get Alvin to bring us that plasma rifle?"
I don't know. It's probably best if we go there. It's late already, right?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Where is
Said he's pretty old. He's probably.
Captain Curry's going to say, where is... Wait. Actually, where is Director Hidoki?
he was supposed to be in his office, but he hasn't been in today. He's not scheduled to be in tomorrow either.
Are there any satellites that can either track Hidoki or Osiris?
I could try, but it might ping us, and that might be the last thing we want to do.
Well, how about you give one of us the tech and we'll head out somewhere and do it somewhere else.
Well, I can tell you where General Osiris always is. Maybe that's a start.
That would mean taking out an entire military complex.
Maybe, maybe not. Depends on how well you can blend in or sneak in.
Do we
I can try my best. I can try my best to do a bit of reconnaissance before we get in there.
He's in a smaller base, northeast of town. out towards the wasteland, tied up in the mountains. It's a pretty significant bunker complex, but it's not the biggest base in the area, and it doesn't have the majority of the troops. Most of it's General Osiris's personal lieutenants, and a few grunts here and there, security. You might be able to get in.
Tripwire is gonna turn around to the other two. He's gonna go, alright, so do we stick together, or do we split up?
Let's stick together. We do well when we work together.
Alright. Then we got two plans of action. We can either go to the motherfucker's home base and we can get that plasma rifle before we head out, or we head out like we are.
You think you can get that plasma rifle to work?
Well, motherfucker, can you?
Oh, crap. Inadvertently friggin' mute. Look down, it's blinking. I was saying, yeah,
Then I think I have an idea.
canisters out and stuff.
You think you can fuse that plasma rifle with my curry power? And create like plasmas?
What the fuck?
Plasma, I don't think.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Curry's a liquid and
Maybe-
a solid.
That'd be quite the
Plasma,
check.
yeah. Maybe if I had 20 or 30 years. Aerosol curry.
It's a shame Dugax is dead. No. I'm sure he could figure it out. No.
V, is there any way you might...
Actually,
V, how tight's the security, V? Is there any way you could... Badges?
She looks at you, he's like, I know you're all going to go in dressed like that. There's no badge in the world I could get for you that would get you in.
Hey, doll, I'm never afraid to go incognito or commando for that matter.
I turn to the motherfucker and I go, alright, almost forgot. And I'm gonna toss you the lab coat.
God. He's been holding that fucking bug guy's lab coat this whole time.
I
It's
have
belonged to Dugax.
that it did.
Shit, I don't know if I could ID how any of that alien technology worked. V,
I
might
have a
give
better
it...
shot than Tripwire does.
Yeah.
Yeah. With my 2 in.
I'll rumble through the pockets on the way back to Uncle Sal's shop.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me an int roll. You need a 12 to at least get 1. If you hit an 18, you get 3 uses. It was 13. So 13, that is... You're going through most of this is just rubbish, and then you can figure it out like if you had a lot of time, but with just the short amount of time you have. You figure out one of these things is like a small flashbang, but it's amped up to like 11. So if someone sees it directly, it will actually blind them like good. And it will do 2 wounds to them in mechanical terms.
Huh.
So it's like a fucking extremely high-powered volatile flashbang that you made.
Looks like we found our opening move.
Everybody there's eyes. Well, this little baby here, help.
Alright, so you got that. You would activate that on your intelligence also. The heads up.
Guess we made it back.
And you're getting your plasma gun.
Yeah, it'd definitely be an asset.
Alright. So you get how many canisters did we say?
It was 2. There was the one that I disarmed with, and you said I found another one.
So you get 2 shots in each canister, and those will both do 2 wounds. And it goes off your reflex.
Motherfucker gonna say motherfucker. Motherfucker. I'm Batman.
So what's the plan of
Batman with a gun.
what's the plan of action now?
Do a little recon.
Yeah, I could probably get in, recon a little, and then I could come back out, and then I think motherfucker got both.
I'll do long range with the binoculars. Binoculars.
Binoculars.
So this is the military base. Outside, you guys are kind of a bit of ways away, on a hillside. And not a lot of traffic down there today. Looks pretty light. Not a whole lot of vehicles parked out. There is an active, kind of weird. There's an active armored car patrolling around the outside of the base, very carefully, moving slowly and just looking all around. But other than that, you don't see a lot of traffic on the walls or on the towers. Not a couple guys out there.
Do you think they know we're coming?
I wouldn't expect any less. Man, that place sure is sealed up tighter than my sister's.
I didn't hear the last word, and I don't think I want to. Tripwire looks down and goes, sealed up or not, it's still just a wall. I'll head down first, see what we can get.
Sounds good.
If I don't come back in 30 minutes, do what you gotta do.
Roger that.
Alright, so how's your approach? What is your approach to this?
I'm gonna wait until... Is the armored car like going around the base, or is it like going back and forth?
It's sort of going back and forth around here. Because it's what this is parked between 2 kind of mountains, right? It's built into the mountain. And so there's just one pass and then the sea route here. And it's just going back and forth. Sometimes it'll go down the road and come back.
I'm gonna wait for it to be like over here. Like approaching this side. And I'm gonna slip in through this side.
Alright, so give yourself a bonus die on reflex. And you're gonna roll reflex again.
Don't have a token.
Shit! Motherfucker! Give yourself a bonus die on reflex. Roll that.
Nope.
They're gonna roll their intelligence. Yeah, so you're able to slip through. Most of you kind of like phase in. I'm assuming crawling through the ground.
Yeah.
Chuck Norris swims through land with tripwire phases through ground.
Yep.
You're able to get up on the wall here and out of the way of the armored car. What's your next?
Is it the wall and then it goes down and then there's more base there, or is it the wall and the base is like empty?
So there's like a surface level to this, but V said it was a bunker type base. So it goes, there's like a surface level, like tops of buildings, stuff built in, but it goes down into the ground. Like most of it, there's several levels as far as she knows.
Then I'm gonna. I'm going to try to find like an area where there's probably like more floors below me, and then like phase down and then try to duck out of sight if possible.
Int roll of 12. Or wait, you can't even. Can you even pass that?
I can, but I would have to roll 2 perfects.
Go 9. Decent. Still tough. But fair.
Int roll.
Yep.
Oof.
Good thing I'm nice. So you're able to find a decent spot here, phase through, and the good thing you picked this spot because it was right after a couple guards had passed where you dropped down. So you duck out to the side as they turn around, like, looking around. Did you hear something? No. Probably just pipes. And they keep on walking.
Does it look like there's anything of interest on this level, or would it be I would have to go lower?
Make another int of 9.
No.
No. I mean, you can't tell anything specific. All you know as far as V has supplied you is that the general sort of hovers between the bottom 2 floors.
Then I'm just gonna probably go into like skydive mode. And I'm just gonna like, I definitely when I do this I like plug my nose and I just drop. And I just drop a ton of floors.
Alright, so
Until I pick one, I'm like, okay, I'll stop here.
okay, so on the one you're about to drop through to that you're gonna stop at, you're gonna need a willpower roll of 8.
No.
So as you're about to go through the floor on this last floor that you're getting, you see you see something shimmering in the ground beneath you, and as your feet come into contact with you, it shocks the shit out of you.
Fuck.
And like forces you back into just what it forces you back into solid matter, and you're gonna have to roll a willpower of 12 not to yell out. It's fucking painful. You catch yourself, you don't bite your tongue literally, but as close as it gets to literally. Drop and sit on the ground, and it's the moment that you stop phasing, it doesn't hurt anymore. And you are aware this was one of the last two. You were trying to go to one of the bottom floors of this.
Yeah. Well, looks like they expected me then.
You've got comms, by the way.
Yeah, and I'm gonna click mine on and be like, alright, I got a little plan. So, if or when I find the general, I'm gonna try to lure him out a bit. When the base goes on high alert, go ahead and do your stuff.
Sounds good.
Just be careful.
No. I'm gonna try to find the general.
So you can go ahead and roll int 9.
No. Progressively getting worse.
You're struggling to find him. You're peeking around. One thing you do see in one of the rooms you peek into, see a heavily modified soldier having a discussion with a couple of goons. And she's talking to him. Alright, our little pawns are set up in the back in case those wannabe heroes show up. I need you guys to fan out and make sure these areas are as secured as they can be. If you can kill them, great. We don't even have to use our weapon. If not, just try to slow them down.
So as these goons walk out into the phase into the wall, if I'm able to,
Sure.
so that they walk past me.
Yeah, go for it. You're good.
So roll or just
Yeah, roll me a 15. If you can.
Oh shit.
keep doing that.
So you phase through the wall as and you're trying to avoid them, right?
Yeah, but as they walk past, I'm gonna step back out and see what this woman is doing.
So she's like walking the opposite direction they walked. She's heading into a back room. She's like fiddling around with something on her wrist, and you see her pressing a few buttons. And
As she walks, I'm going to try to very sneakily get up behind her and like put my hands through any.
you're about to see something, so you might wanna.
Okay.
You don't have to roll int checks for either one of these guys. The door in front of her comes Maximus Brown, an energy.
Of course, that's it.
And you recognize these two. These are like the A-list heroes of your universe. Like, these are the guys who fight aliens or
These
handle,
are two members of the Justice League.
basically, if you're gonna look for comparative stuff. It's like it's a superhero team known as the Fabulous Five, and they are renowned. They've fought off an entire alien incursion basically by themselves, in the United States. What you know about Maximus Brown, elite level martial artist with super strength, and he can leap over buildings. He's extremely strong. And Energy is actually an alien himself. He's not of this world, but he's one of the more friendly ones. Matter manipulator, makes incredible constructs, and can phase, can become incorporeal. He can manipulate elements with his energy blast. I mean, he's very intimidating as a hero. And they're not saying anything. They look very stoic, which is a bit unlike Max. At least Max is very boisterous, and he's just listening to this woman talk, and it's very hushed tone.
What would I roll to try to get any of it?
Oh, I don't know, man. Probably int.
Probably.
Int 9.
It's probably just gonna be like a 4 as it gets progressively worse.
Good luck.
See, told you.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
that's pretty good. You have no clue. You see, she's doing most of the talking, but other than that, you can't guess what she's.
and I'm gonna step back into the room she was previously in, and over the comms I'm gonna go, motherfucker, save the plasma rifle for some of our more heavily armed troops.
Why? What did you find?
A-listers.
A-listers.
Fabulous Five.
All 5 of them?
Just 2 so far.
They're superheroes, right?
Yes.
The
These are
fuck
you-
are they? Yeah, I'm about
You
to say.
guys, you're like, you guys have powers. Well, I mean, a tripwire has a pretty strong power. Most people start out in D-list anyway until they prove themselves. Tripwires, I mean, you know.
Yeah, Tripwire is like
you're
on the
definitely-
cusp
you guys
of
are
D
all-
and C.
You guys are all street level, right? And I mean, you handle like you handle criminals that are matched up with you. These guys handle like the fucking super mega villain type guys, like guys who are world domination, hell bent, fucking nuclear weapons, crazy shit like that. Aliens, the paranormal. These are the guys they call in to deal with that shit.
There's a reason Tripwire is D-list, and it's probably collateral damage.
Yes, probably.
What the hell are these heavy hitters doing?
They ain't helping us. That's the one thing that I can be sure of.
They try to attack you?
Not yet, but I'm sure they will.
I don't know. Something's fishy going on.
Captain Curry gets on the comm and he tries to raise V. Like, V, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. What's going on?
Tripwire is reconning the base and he's found two A-listers, 2 of the Fab 5.
Which 2?
Which 2, Tripwire?
It's... His name is Maximus Brown, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Max
And
Brown and
NRG.
NRG.
NRG. Like the Ben 10 alien?
Maximus Brown and NRG.
What? And she's like taken aback. Are they on?
We don't know.
Cut out a bit.
They're in the base? Or...
Mm-hmm. Yes, they're in the base.
I don't see anything about them supposed to be here. They're not. Those 2 aren't even supposed to be in this location. They work the entire different side of the country.
I don't think they are here to stop the general.
It's crazy. If you guys are still gonna do this, be careful. Those 2 are, well, to be blunt, they're better than you are.
Do you have anything on their files? Anything that would give us an advantage on these 2?
Nothing that people don't already know. Maximus isn't very smart. But you don't have to be smart when you can punch holes and through just steel walls.
You gotta be able to hit something.
He's pretty fast. Don't underestimate his speed. And RG, I don't even know. Nothing's ever been able to take down an RG.
Aren't his powers the same as mine?
Kind of. You can't shoot energy blasts, though.
No, but I can match density.
Give it a shot. He's, well, no offense, he's probably a lot smarter than you are.
I figure. Have you seen my rolls recently? They're very
Rolls? What dice are you rolling, Trip? Why no?
2d6.
Okay, V.
Pump that up.
Well, if you don't hear back from us,
We're dead.
yeah.
Don't think like that. It's all on you. Unless Fog heals up quick, I might be able to get him out there, but it's not looking likely.
Well, I mean, if anything, I'm dead. Because I found a serious flaw in the plan that I just did.
What flaw?
So, I can go down pretty easy. Up is a problem.
Oh no. Alright, so you guys have got all this, what you got is what you know. I mean, there's not a whole lot of soldiers. Ian, have you been seeing the whispers I've given you?
Yeah, I was just lying to you. Sorry, I was getting really tired. I was at bad insomnia last night. I was till like 7 this morning before I went to bed.
No, you're good, man. If
No, I
you
just
can, you guys gonna be able to finish tonight, or we can do another one.
I'm all. I mean, works either way for me.
It's up to you. Community decision. It's up to you guys.
Yeah, let's do another night. I think Ian is tapped out.
I totally zoning. I just down and saw from Ghost. Yeah.
No problem. Yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here.
Yeah,
For
that
now.
way. Yeah, well, y'all.
Cool. I'm gonna pause the video now.
No, don't pause it
Sorry,
yet.
stop.
I can hit.
What do you mean? What happened? Go ahead.
I was just gonna end it with what he messaged me with.
Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and run it again, so we get that last part, and then we'll call it after.
It's running. I didn't pause it. I just stopped as soon as Ian spoke, so it's running.
Okay, while you're communicating with B, giving out information, I'll just be like, Echo 1 Bravo 2, Echo 1 Bravo 2. Listen up, I have eyes on target, Yeah, it looks like Director Hidoki and Mr. James have just gotten out of a vehicle. They appear to be heading into the front doors into the base itself.
Fuck.
Motherfucker. And then Captain Curry says that, and he sees them, and he says, motherfucker. This time addressing the motherfucker. And he says, we should get them now. Let's get them, and then we can figure out what's happening with the general. We can use these as hostages.
Yeah, so I was thinking in it with a cliffhanger torn between trying to go in after him now or what.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome.
We'll call it there for now.
And stopping recording.